Hey, how are you? This is Chris Verselli, founder of Nonfiction Fitness. Hey, thanks a lot for checking out this video, and thanks a lot for being a loyal reader of my newsletter. I can't tell you how much joy it brings me by hearing all the great feedback that I get from people who read my newsletter and really take the information to heart. And what's even better is when people actually apply that information, it can really transform their life, and I hear stories about that as well. Now, that's kind of a mission of mine. One of my missions in life is that I really want to share the truths about how to get healthy, how to get more fit, how to feel better, live longer, have a better quality of life with people that need to know those things. But what I've found is over the years, in both working with clients as well as just consulting with people, is that people have a very hard time implementing the necessary behaviors in order to get all those positive benefits. Now, this is something that's universal, right? We all have great hopes and aspirations on January 1st of accomplishing some lofty health goal. And by, February, March, most of us are pretty much back to doing the same thing as we were in December. Well, why is that? Well, it's because it's really, really hard to keep ourselves accountable to doing things that we have not previously done for an extended period of time. And it's just kind of easy to revert back into old habits. Now, science has shown that it takes 21 days at minimum to develop a new habit, and that's if you are consistently performing that new behavior day in and day out. Now, what happens is most of us won't even make it to 21 days consistently. We'll probably fall off long before that. And most of us don't really have a good strategy for how we're going to actually adopt those new habits and implement those new behaviors. I can't tell you how many times I've told someone to, drink a certain amount of water or do some type of exercise or follow a nutrition plan. And, oftentimes it's a motivational issue. They're just not motivated enough to do it. But oftentimes it's actually an accountability issue. They just aren't really well equipped to keep themselves accountable to those new behaviors, and they just kind of forget. You just go about life and you do the things that you do, and you don't really even think about the things that you need to do to improve your health. So that's why I knew that I needed to do something about this problem. And about 3 years ago, I actually created a tool that was originally designed to just be something that I used myself. And basically it was just a dry erase board where I created some rows and some columns, and I wrote down all the things that I wanted to make sure that I did every single day in order to get closer to my goals, both health and personal. And what I found was that by having something in front of me every single day that reminded me of the things that I needed to do that day, it made me way more likely to get them done. And it was interesting because the first month that I used it, I actually started about the middle of the month. By the end of that month, I had only completed about 70% of my intended goals. By the end of the next month, I had completed 87%, and by the end of the next month, I had completed 97%. And there was even one month where over the course of 30 days, I did 100% of the things that I had put on my list to do. Now, this completely changed my life. I mean, this is when I started to actually, do a lot more stuff, both in my work life as well as in my family, as well as with my health. And it just totally revolutionized everything. Now, this is also an offshoot of kind of the system that I used back when I was trying to lose weight when I was a teenager. Because, most people don't know this, but I was actually 80 pounds heavier than I am right now at one point in my life, and I've kept all that weight off for 15 years. I've also overcome some chronic back injuries and, been able to, get over that problem as well and manage it pretty successfully to this day. So I've used this type of system, but never did I have a tool like this that actually gave me a concrete way to keep myself on track. So long story short, I ended up showing this to one of my clients, and I said, hey, maybe you should, make one of these yourself to help you keep on track with your exercises. And she said, no, Chris, you need to make these and you need to offer them to people because this is something that can truly transform their life. So I took that advice to heart, and I actually created this tool that is actually available for widespread use, and I call it My Daily Scoreboard. Okay, now the whole uniqueness and the key to this is that this actually gives you a way to not only keep yourself accountable, but also to score yourself on how well you're doing. All right, so I'm just going to show you how this works so that you can see how easy it is and how effective it can be. So It comes with 3 different markers, okay? Black is to write down the names of the things that you want to do each day. So I'm going to just make up some things and just throw out some general examples that might even apply to you and what you want to do. So one thing that I tell most people to do is to drink water, okay? So I'm going to put on here, drink 64 ounces of water. Another thing that I have people do pretty much every day is I have them do some form of exercise, okay? So we're going to put do exercise, okay? Another really important thing that you're going to want to do on pretty much every day if you want to get or stay healthy is follow a nutrition plan, okay? And I'm not here to tell you which nutrition plan, but this is just what you're going to write on this board so that you know what you need to do. So let's say we just have those 3 things on our list and we're just trying to keep ourselves accountable to those. Well, let's say today is Sunday, it's nighttime, I've had a great day, I've done everything that I was supposed to do. So I'm going to give myself, with my green marker, 3 check marks, okay? And now this is going to stay visible for the entire week, and I'm going to be able to see that, hey, Sunday was a good day for the entire rest of the week, okay? Monday, let's say we had another good day. Tuesday, let's say we did good on our water, but we didn't do our exercise or follow our nutrition plan. So that's when we're going to break out our red marker and we're going to give ourselves a red X, okay? Now, although this might be discouraging for some in one sense, it's not too bad because we've still had 2 really good days where we followed our plan. So we're not going to get too upset about this, all right? So now we're going to go Wednesday, we had another good day. Okay, Thursday, we had another good day. And let's just say Friday, you know, we were busy, we went out of town, and we were gone all the way through Saturday. So we didn't do anything Friday or Saturday. Okay. Now, sometimes when we have things like that happen, Monday morning we might roll out of bed and say, you know what, I struggled all weekend, this is just really difficult for me, I should just give up, right? And that's a pretty common thing. Actually, studies have shown that after about 3 or 4 days of non-compliance, most people are ready to just give up and throw in the towel. Well, a big part of that, I believe, is because they forget how good they've been in other times during the week, okay? So if you have this staring at you in the face and you say, all right, well, I had 2 bad days, or maybe 3 bad days even, but I had 4 good days, you're probably going to be motivated to do the things that you need to do the following week. All right. Now, at the end of the week, you have a way for you to actually score yourself by adding up your checks and your X's. All right. So we're going to add up the X's first. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So we got 8 X's. So then here on the final score line, we're going to write an 8. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 check marks. So our final score was 13 to 8, okay? So who won? We won, right? Now, here's the thing. Even if you were to have a lower green number than red number, guess what? All you got to do next week is try to get a higher green number than you had the previous week. That's how this works so well, because you're not aiming for perfection, although it'd be nice to attain perfection. You're just aiming for improvement, okay? And week by week, you can keep yourself accountable and you can see how you are improving. Now, maybe next week I only get 14, but I still did better than the previous week. And the next week, maybe I got 15. You know, maybe the following week, you know, I got 16. And so on and so forth. So you see how that works? You see how helpful this is? Now you can literally put anything here that you want. You can have this be something that, you know, keeps you accountable to, you know, saying one nice thing about your spouse, or, you know, calling your kids, or, you know, whatever else you want to try to keep yourself on track to do every single day. But it works fantastically for health-related goals because those are some of the most difficult ones that we try to implement on a regular basis. So that's how this whole tool works. So like I said, I really believe in this thing, and I'll give you a money-back guarantee. If you use it for 21 days and you don't feel like it's helping you to get more stuff done and accomplish your goals faster, send it back. I'll give you a complete refund. The way that these come is shrink wrapped. You got 3 markers and an eraser. If you want to hang this somewhere, you're going to have to find some sticky tabs though, but those will be very, very simple to find at any Walmart. But you can put this on a countertop, you can put this on your dresser. If it's loose, you can put it away if company comes over, but I highly recommend you leave it out as much as possible. That way you can see it over and over and over again, and it's going to drill in your mind that you need to get these things done every single day. Now, you can have one of these for only 19 bucks, okay? Super, super cheap. It's pretty much a no-brainer. If you want me to ship it to you, though, it's an extra $5, and I'll be happy to do that. Or if you want to come by my office, if you're here in the Sarasota area, you can pick that up, and the shipping will be taken off the final cost. So you can enter in your info on the link that's in this email, and you can get it that way, or you can shoot me an email and you can figure out a way if you want to send a check and you want me to mail it to you. Then that's totally fine as well. So I really, really would love to see you use this because I know it can help you tremendously. It's helped me. It's helped many other people that have used it in the past. And I look forward to hearing about all the success that you have with it. Now, you're also going to get some free training videos on how you can set that up, and also some kind of ideas on things that you can put on the board so you don't have to try to figure it all out yourself. I actually have made some coaching videos that give you some insights into things that you might want to put on there to help you achieve some of your health goals. Okay, so everything's pretty much done for you, but it's all just for that one price of 19 bucks, or an extra $5 if you want it shipped to you. All right, so go ahead and order that now. Supplies are limited, and I can't wait to get that in your hands. All right, thanks a lot, and God bless.